what's up? We're just going to go a little bit early because when I've got this app up, I can't really see the time. So basically, we're going to take our station while I'm strolling. So, but we're just going to take a walk. That's it. Nothing big. My arm don't get tired out here. So, because it's going to be it's going to be a long stroll. All right. All right. So let me tell you what that was. That was my phone kicking off the Wi-Fi and going on cellular. Hey, Sandy, thanks for coming in. So, yeah, just a quick little stroll. That's all we're gonna do. Not quick. It's not gonna be quick. So, I'm gonna have to switch arms as we're going. Hello. So, this is the neighborhood I live in. That I'm walking through right now. We're actually going to go by the house I grew up in here in just a second. But it's not about showing you around. It's about having a talk while we're walking. So if you guys want to bring up any kind of subject, we can talk any kind of subject you want. 95 by me now. That's how hot it was when I got off work today. So last week I got off, it was 90, and I live about 15-20 minutes away from where I live, and my air conditioner wouldn't work at my car. So I had to roll the windows down, drive down the highway with the windows down. I pull into town right by the post office, and the air conditioner kicks on. I'm only 5 blocks away from home. So my car don't like me. So we are currently across the street from the house I grew up in. That's the house I grew up in right there. Right? This is the neighborhood I grew up in too. So we fixed our kitchen sink. It fell from the counter after 20 years. Me and my sister's boyfriend tackled it. Why didn't you just put it back in? Why are you tackling it? So I don't know why my screen just went dark for some reason. So now we got somebody over here playing music. So yeah, they're playing country music. But we're gonna go on up here just a ways. So we are walking up this street. We're gonna go all the way down. We're gonna be 1 block away from Ohio, and I'll show you where Ohio is. So this is actually the neighborhood I used to deliver mail in too. Now my brother-in-law does it. So I guess he took my spot when I quit and went somewhere else. So we got the chateau over here. It's a French chateau. It's just down the street from where I live. There. Yeah, we will be going up by the post office today as well. It's the same route. So the bad thing is if you join me, it's going to be the same route. We just know how far the route is, and it's just a nice walk just to get some exercise. The street I'm walking, so, but I'm walking. Hello. Sidewalk has been overgrown by grass in this area. I heard an August Emma from the top. I didn't know that. Very much YouTube here since I got back to work. When I was off work, I was watching a lot of stuff, a lot of streams from the park. So, and a couple of them we did find Evan. I think it was Disney Parks with Love with Janelle was one of them. That was another one. So, all right. So, we are getting ready to come. Didn't mean to burp. Margia made me pizza for supper. So, but we got the main street up here. We're getting ready to cross. And getting a little warm out. Didn't feel that warm when I first started out. But that junk like that here. I mean, I think there has been stuff like that, but I think they've all been taken care of here in town. So, all right. So we are on Columbia Street, getting ready to cross Columbia. So just down that way is Uptown Union City, and I know you guys would probably make fun of me because Uptown's supposed to be like the ritzy part, but that we're going uptown. All right. We're getting close to where we're going to turn off this street. And probably you guys seen it, and I took it down. We did end up going to see that band on Saturday. But we weren't going to go see it because we were like, we got some stuff to take care of at home. And then my sister, Margie, I said, get dressed. We got to go up and meet my sister, because I told her we'd meet her up there. So we went up for a little bit. They didn't stay very long either. The band was all right. It wasn't the greatest. But, all right. So, I'm going to show you here in just a second the Ohio side. I'm not going to be on the Ohio side. I'm just going to cross the street. And then we're going to cross the street again. Now, right here behind me, down the street here, you see those houses? That's the Ohio side. That's how close I live to Ohio. All the way down this road, it's not very far, to the old Coca-Cola bottling plant that used to be here in Union City. I remember seeing them, going by there and seeing the pop bottles being capped when I was a kid. It left here sometime in the 80s. There's the same dog that barked at me when I was a mailman. A lot of people driving around tonight. All right. Like I said, just a nice stroll. Usually I think Margie said it takes us about an hour of the route. People are probably wondering, what the heck is he doing? I had to switch hands. But it feels so weird carrying it in my left hand. What's that say? I'll put a teaspoon of white glue and make a 1-inch ball, and that goes in the mold for hot air fryer for 8 hours at 165. Make the rock for my train lamp. Oh, wow. That sounds amazing. Sounds like a lot of time to have the deep fryer on, though. Is it just a normal deep fryer? Is it like a commercial deep fryer where an air fryer work? Or does it have to be a deep fryer? I guess it just depends on if you want healthy mountains or if you want better tasting mountains, I guess. So, if that's what you're using the rock for, obviously. They might not be mountains. All right. We are up near the Union City Mart now. So, Margie and I don't come here very often. We used to come here a lot, but not anymore. Margie and I used to have a bad habit that we kicked, And that's what the Union City Mart was good for. Hot air fryer, okay. All right. So we got the Broadway Candy Company over here. It's nothing to look at. It's just like off the side of the building, brick building with doors on the side of it. Coming up. So I know whose car that is over there. She must leave it here. But here's the post office, the back of it. This is the Coke factory. Not a very nice guy. Gotta hurry across. This isn't a crossing. I take out the food tray and set the rubber mold in the bottom. Oh, wow. That sounds amazing, Mike. Was this something you learned on your own, or was it something you found how to do it, or what? Because that sounds like an amazing way of doing stuff. Walking past our bank. So here's our bank that we bank at. All right, we're getting ready to come up to that main road I was telling you about that we already crossed once. Getting ready to cross it again. Not a lot of people uptown tonight. Nobody walking around, nothing like that. Not really much to show you. I'm just walking through town, like I said. Oh, we have music that plays uptown. I don't think you can hear it because of the mic I'm wearing. So they're playing There Ain't No Mountain High Enough. It says Purecrete is sawdust frozen in water or newspaper, so I mix white glue and TP to make the rocks. I think I seen your post talking about this earlier. Got a truck coming through. It's a little busier up here. And then some kind of a van. And we're crossing. Margie says, you're not supposed to cross when it shows the stop hand. I'm like, Margie, every single one of them shows the stop hand. You never see the walking guy up here for some reason. The green walking guy. All right. Getting ready to go by Artisan Park or Artisan Crossing. If you popped in for any of the free concert, this is where it's at. It's coming up here. So there's a house over here Margie and I used to live in when we were really young. I think Kevin was just a few years old. This is before we bought our house. I don't think anybody lives there anymore. There are vehicles outside. Looks like they put new windows in it. So over here, this is the Artisan Crossing. That's where the band would usually set up. And then the house I'm talking about is this white house right here. Margie and I lived upstairs. And it was our first year of marriage. We lived there. Because I remember celebrating our anniversary up there. But I get a gallon of white glue from Michael's art. Wow, that Michael's is kind of expensive. Because I've gone there several times to get stuff. And their stuff is a little pricey compared to some other places. I think it's good quality though, but sometimes a little bit too much money. Hey Kay, thanks for joining me. So we're just taking our stroll. It's a little warm out. Not as warm as what it was earlier. So when it comes to these live streams, oh yeah. So here's the American Legion next to me. So I used to be a member here. I just haven't paid my dues. So but what was I saying? They're not going to be on a certain scheduled time. So there'll be some Marge. I asked Margie to come with me. She said I got things I need to do before I go to bed tonight. So hey, do this pretty early tomorrow. I think it's probably going to be at 4 o'clock. So it's going to be hot. So I'll get home in time to let the dogs out, let them back in, and probably get out and start doing this. Let alone I have a video to make tonight too. All right. Oh, we're getting into some shade. This probably would be better if I didn't wear a ball cap. So, getting ready to go down here. We are going to go into an area where the old body company used to be. You don't know what the body company is. They used to build Stephen vans. They were building carriages, but they also build Auburn Cords here. So if you don't know what an Auburn Cord is, you look it up. It's a very fancy car, and it reminds you of what the old Hollywood, like the golden age of Hollywood, what the stars would drive. Like, what's his name? I can't think of it. Maybe Humphrey Bogart. I don't think he would drive one of these. I'm thinking of the guy from what's this? I've been checking out the map for changing stations in WDW to recharge the scooter to make sure it doesn't run out of power. I gotcha. Yeah, if you're gonna have a scooter, you're gonna have to know where to charge it. That's true. All right. So this house here is for sale. This was my grandmother's house before she passed away. They're asking a lot of money for it. So like I said, this area down here that we're going to get into used to be where the body company was. The body company moved to 32, which is on out this way off there, into a bigger building. But since then, the body company was closed and sold off. So when they did that, city. Luckily, some businesses have come back in, but to live here in Union City, if you don't work at one of them, to have good pay, you have to go outside of Union City to work. And I was working at the one, but I was put on furlough. I don't know if they'll ever call me back. I heard from them not too long ago, said they're not coming back yet. They didn't make it sound like we were coming back in August, so I don't know what's going on. I'm basically back at the same job where I actually first started YouTube. So if you don't know, if you have a KitchenAid mixer, I'm packing those again. All right, what to say? Whenever we have breakfast, lunch, dinner, the scooter will be plugged in. Okay, that's good. The one thing we do, I don't know if this is what you'll want to do. Sometimes, if we don't have a breakfast scheduled, then we get some Pop-Tarts, and we eat some Pop-Tarts in the room before we go. Kind of save some money. And then a lot of times, usually through the day, you're either gonna be, though, I mean, I guess you're gonna have the dining, right? Disney dining plan, is that right, Mike? So that's a difference for us, to the fact that we don't stay on property anymore because we usually stay with Heaven because it's cheaper. She don't charge us. What we'll do is, if we do have a reservation, then we might eat if it depends on whether it's a lunch or dinner. If it's a dinner, then we'll just eat, like I said, Pop-Tarts in the room, and then we might get some snacks through the day, and then wait till dinner to really eat. The other way around, there's the train. So yeah, I'm not very far. If you want to see the train, it's right there. We have the Disney dining plan. Yeah, I mean, I love the dining plan. If we were to stay on property, of course, we'd probably want to get it again. I do know if you're going to be in September, you want to see if they're going to have, just keep checking, Mike, and see if they're going to have a free week. Because if they have a free week of dining, only one day of your vacation has to fall into that week for you to get the full free for your dining. So, but they used to do that. I don't know if they're going to continue to do that. So we're back. Oh, I don't know what happened. So, structured solutions. So I think that's a new building. That building wasn't there when the body company was here, I don't believe. And if it was, I don't remember. It also looks newer than the other buildings look like. They got the water tower out here. We've got the tornado horn, or the emergency horn out here. We got a semi truck headed towards me. This truck will get around here. Huh, it's funny, I know the guy driving the truck. So. Sounds like the brakes are left on that truck. And he's stopping. He's backing up now. Yeah, he's got a brake that's stuck. Yeah, these got smoke coming off the back of that brake. Let's see. There are cell phone dead zones around. Yes. But I'm not that far from home. So. Oh my God, that truck stinks. He doesn't have very far to go. I know where his shop is. It's just down the road here. Oh, by the way, these buildings right here, when I'm walking by, these old buildings are the old body company. This building that's across the street here, let me see if I can get in there. Right there, that is the building my dad worked in. He was actually in the tool shop. So my dad is skilled trades. He was tool and die. He's retired now. So. But this place now is called Union City Assembly. I don't think they pay very well. I think you're talking about maybe $11 an hour. So there's stuff out here that's from the last place I worked. So before I started working there, they put out a lot of bad product, and they ended up buying it all back. And it's just sitting out here doing nothing. So I don't know if there's any plans of them scrapping them, and I know they were scrapping some, but scrapping these and using them for parts. Getting ready to make our third turn here. No, the Disney dining plan, I liked it because it gives you the options to eat at places that you probably normally wouldn't be able to. So I think that's what's great about the dining plan, especially when it's free. If it's free, that sounds like a moose, and he had a bad on the trailer he was pulling. One of the brakes was stuck, and it was just smoking. There's no moose in Indiana. Oh yeah. Well, see, when we first started using it, they gave you a lot more than what they do now. You used to get an entree, or you used to get an appetizer, an entree, and then a dessert, and then they eliminated the appetizer. So I know at one time they were adding alcoholic beverages where you could get one with your meal, but I don't know if they still have that because I believe it's all changed since 2020, because that's around the time they shut it down. All right. So we are out of that industrial area and coming back into residential area. So this is just, if you're asking me why I'm doing this, it's because I need to lose some weight. So, so I thought, hey, you know what? Why not do this and live stream and talk to somebody? Especially if Margie doesn't come with me. So, but let's see. My brother used to live over here. He doesn't live in Union City anymore. He lives in the town that I work in. My other brother lives down the street from here, and around and down around the corner. My sister lives on one of the streets that we passed earlier when we were walking, before I showed you where Ohio was. So, Joanna on scooter plus Bo's drive. Scooter drunk, not good. Well, I mean, if it's one drink, hopefully you can hold your liquor for one drink. Oh my gosh. Getting up here. I'm gonna start getting into some shaded area because we're back in residential. So we're getting back into an area. This wasn't my route, but I had to run it whenever she was off. So you remember the one street was a one-way street? That was a one-way street that went that way. We're getting ready to cross the one-way street. We're getting ready to cross the one-way street that goes that way. Doesn't have a sidewalk. This street, except for after we cross the sidewalks again. All right. Whew. It's been a good little walk. All right. Crossing the street. No cars coming. Only have to look one way, but I look both ways because even though it's a one-way street, there are people who go the wrong way. So always, when you're walking on a street where there's no sidewalk, you want to walk on the side where you're walking against traffic, not on the side with traffic. If you didn't know that, I hope you guys would know that. Some of you are old enough to know that. All right. We are I'd say less than a block away from my house now. Maybe a little over, I don't know. We got to turn and then go down a little ways, and then we'll be almost home. All right. Might lose you every once in a while, but I think we'll be all right. I've worked up a good sweat. It's gonna feel good to get in here. So, me and Joanna would ride the bus, and I saw a sign that said "Lick." All right. So obviously, this is not a good area to be in, but and able to hit the mileage we're looking for, this is the area we have to be in. So I guess the next time we live stream this, just go ahead and expect outages in this area. But I'll always come back. If I don't come back, I will send a message out and let you guys know that something happened. Oh. All right, we're about back up to my street. A little shadier down through here too. Yard. What's this? There is a street called Chris Street. I could see that. All right. We are back on the street I live on. So we're probably going to cut across the street to get that distance. Here in a second. There's somebody coming down here with a baby, and I don't want to. Looks like the baby is asleep, and I don't want to wake him up. So we ain't very far away. So Margie, you want to talk about street names? Margie used to work for Little Caesars when she was younger, before she even knew me. And she worked at Little Caesars over in her hometown in Portland. That they were on Needmore Road. And Margie said, no, really, because Margie didn't believe there was a road called Needmore. So she ended up feeling funny when she found out that it was a real road. But that's going to do it, guys. I'm actually standing near my house right now. I'm going to head in. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you later. Bye.